Welcome, and you tuned in to this edition of Homage Speaks, where when homages due, homage is paid. And right now, we got to pay homage to the Dallas Cowboys. They are fine, they're stride, they are building momentum, and they are becoming the team that they were destined to be. They have one of the top 10 defenses in the league. They have one of the top two running backs in the game of football. And right now, they were opposing their win. Jalen Smith, Vander Esch, Leighton Vander Esch, Zeke Elliott, Dak Prescott, everybody on the Cowboys made plays tonight versus the New Orleans Saints. The Cowboys was unreal tonight. Made no mistake about it. They had the formula to beat the New Orleans Saints. I really felt like, and I've been saying this all week, that Ted Ginn Jr. and that deep post off the play action is being missed in the Saints offense, and it showed up tonight. The Saints matched up very well with a Saints team that likes to execute that offense. To give credit to give credit to the Cowboys for the standpoint of the game plan. They had a miraculous game plan. One thing that I really feel about elite quarterbacks and those quarterbacks that are greatest of all time. We're talking about the Brady's, we're talking about the Breeze, we're talking about um, more prolific passers such as Philip Rivers, Big Ben, Matt Ryan, these kind of guys. What you need to do is put yourself in a position to challenge their throws. If you let them sit back, going in a lot of zone coverage, they're going to shred you apart. The Dallas Cowboys said, "My guy can check your guy. We're in your face. We're challenging every throw." I seen several throws Drew Brees made tonight. He put it on the right shoulder. Those guys were there. He put it low and away. Those guys were there. The Cowboys made plays tonight. I mean, Dak Prescott, I don't know if y'all paid attention, but Dak Prescott was simply amazing tonight. He made every throw. He said his career high tonight in completions percentages. And also he set his career high in completions, consecutive completions. He was all over the place tonight. I mean, man, every time you seen a guy that was open, he was hitting them. Eli Apple, they didn't forget you. They remembered that you was a New York Giant. They had game plan for you before, and they game plan for you again. They got you established early. But the Saints defense, they did a miraculous job of keeping this game close, which is why I got to go ahead and jump right into it. And I got to talk to number nine. Number nine, I believe that you're the greatest quarterback of all time. You're the most prolific passer of the football that the game has ever seen. Sean Payton kept the handcuffs on you, I felt like, in the first half. But in the second half, that game was yours. Your defense gave you an opportunity to build your legacy and win the game, and you went and threw an interception. I cannot discredit what the Cowboys did, but I have to acknowledge that you made the biggest mistake. You cannot do that in that situation, but give the Cowboys credit. They came out with a game plan. They were in Drew Brees' face the whole game. Vander Esch and Jalen Smith are the perfect tandem linebackers who are able to run down Kamara. They're able to run down Ingram when they throw the check down, they throw the screens. Those guys played one of, if not the best games of their career. They were all over the field. Van Der Esch, Sean Lee, it's been real. God bless you. Good night. Hope you're ready to get a linebacker job or go play a linebacker coaching job or go play for somebody else because your job is done as a Dallas Cowboy. Van Der Esch has taken that position. The Cowboys all season, I don't know if people have paid any attention, but nobody has scored over 30 points on them the entire season. That defense they have is for real. They are playing defense as one band, one sound, one heartbeat, and they are moving. But we also got to pay homage when homage is due, and we got to talk about Sean Payton. Now, everybody knows that I feel like Drew Brees is the most prolific passer of all time. But what we have to talk about is the reason why the Saints do not have more championships or be in a position to win more championships because the inability of their head coach. And that Jason Garrett, aka Coach Clapp, tonight he did not have to do nothing. His game plan was miraculous. His team did not put him in a position where he had to make decisions. All the decisions was on Sean Payton, and he failed every single time. He used both of his challenges in the first half. He get the ball down there, get a lucky turnover. Clearly, the Cowboys have had momentum, dominating the line of scrimmage, dominating the point of attack, and they are playing the game at a high level. And you sit here and you elect to go for it on fourth down and 1 on the goal line. You don't have Mark Ingram in the game. You got one of the greatest players of all time, and you do not put the ball in Drew Brees' hands. So no problem with people going for it on fourth down. But if you do not have the right play, and if you go by the percentages, the Saints was 11 for 12 on fourth down conversion. So that means he has had the right play several times in other instances. But this time, in the momentum of the game, you have to take the field goal because your defense, as much as momentum that the Cowboys had, are dominating the game. They're keeping you in the game. You got Drew Brees. You got your offense. You're supposed to believe in yourself, believe in your Hall of Fame quarterback, believe in your ability to make plays. 3 points is good right here. My defense is keeping me in the game. What is 13 points? What is 10 points to me in number 9? We have been here before. We can get this in our sleep. But you neglected the pulse of the game, neglected to realize the gamesmanship, which is what coaching means and what coaching matters. Nobody know coaching matters until it mattered, and Sean Payton dropped the ball. But with that being said, I cannot let this game go without talking about the facts. The game was going to come down to third down. The Saints versus the Cowboys on third down. The Cowboys was 7 for 14. Dak Prescott played a great game tonight at the quarterback position. But the Cowboys coming in the game was ranked 29th in third down, and they couldn't get off the field in third down. We got a top 5 defense in the league, but they can't get off the field in third down. Now, if they get off the field in third down, that might make them elite. That might make them 3-2-1 as a defense. And tonight, they was 3 of 11 on third down, and they shut down the Saints on the 1 fourth down they went to. They held the Saints under control. Look at the game plan. Ball control. The Cowboys was unreal with their ball control. They had the ball for 66 plays, and they kept control of the clock. They kept running clock. The clock just kept moving. Dak Prescott was completing passes. He only had 4 incompletions the whole game. Oh, my goodness. Make no mistake about it. Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboy offense was unbelievable. They had 7 first downs on the ground from running the football, and they had 11 first down from Dak Prescott throwing the football. Whenever the Saints put them in 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, 3rd and 7, Dak Prescott said, hey, man, I got this under control. They won the time possession 36 minutes to 23 minutes. If you keep Drew Brees on the field for 23 minutes and you can able to control him like that, hey, man, you're going to win the football game. These guys played a miraculous game. I don't want to hear the things called about the refs. I don't want to hear none of that. The refs missed some calls, but they made some calls. They missed the helmet, but they missed a couple pass interference on the Saints as well. The game was decided by the players and the coaches, and you have to pay homage when homage is due to the Cowboys. Cowboys played a miraculous game. They're building momentum. They understand that we have to get Zeke Elliott the football. The signing of Amari Cooper was great from the standpoint of that teams have to roll coverage and respect the fact that Amari Cooper is over there. And if you bring your elite corner over there like Lattimore was, and we run man-to-man, we can beat that guy because we have a guy that can beat that guy. I need y'all to understand that the Cowboys are building momentum. If they beat the New York Giants, the Philadelphia Eagles next week, they're going to be looking to go to the playoffs as the winner of the NFC East. They're in the driver's seat. I know y'all seen the reports today that that Carson Wentz is having some nerve issues in his knee. He's not 100%, but we know Carson Wentz is a warrior, and he's going to go out there and get it done. But the Dallas Cowboys have put the blueprint out on how to stop the Saints. I knew it was coming in. I had a post earlier today saying that you got the number one ranked run defense versus one of the top five rushing offenses and the number one rush in the game. We're going to see which one is going to give. Give credit to the Dallas Cowboys. The Saints did a pretty good job of stopping the run, but the Cowboys continued to run for the entire game. They did not stop running. He continuously trying to tell people, if I'm gashing you early in the first half from running the football, then that is going to be an indictment on your defense, and that's an adjustment that you have to make. But if you're shutting me down and you're keeping me in control, those 3-yard gains in the second half are going to turn to 6-yard gains. Those 2-yard gains in the first half that you were stopping me for, in the second half is going to turn to 4-yard gains. Running the football is a mentality, and the Dallas Cowboys have embraced that mentality. You have to understand what I'm trying to tell you. The Saints are 10-2 right now. They're in control of their own destiny. I believe if they win one more game, they clinch a playoff spot. But this was a win that the Cowboys needed, and this was a loss that the Saints needed. They needed the humble pie. They needed to go back to the drawing board, and they needed to realize that there's more work to be done. Eli Apple came from the New York Giants. The Dallas Cowboys said, we've seen you before. We've built strategies against you before, and we're going to do it again. Michael Gallup was galloping on Eli Apple the entire night, from the rooter to the tutor, from the beginning of the game to the end of the game. He was working that guy. But I have to take this moment, this last moment, and y'all know me. Y'all know how I feel about Drew Brees. Y'all know how I feel that he's the most prolific passer in the game of football. But I have to talk to him. Homage is due. Homage will be paid. Drew Brees, you choked tonight. You did not do what the GOATs do in this situation. Your defense gave you the ball back, and it was time for you to solidify your place in GOATdom. You were supposed to go down there. Everybody in the world, everybody watching the game was supposed to feel the energy that you was going to get it done. And you threw an interception on not the first play, but the second play from scrimmage. You can't get that done. Tom Brady has reclaimed his status as the GOAT, in my opinion, when it comes to you, because you are chasing him. He's not chasing you, and you have to understand that. And when homage is due, homage is paid. And right now, Drew Brees, you got work to do. But I'm glad that you have stepped out of the MVP realm and not looking to be the MVP of the league anymore. Now it's back to Mahomes. Now it's back to Goff. And now it's back to these other players. So, because you need to focus on the main goal. You are a legacy player. The greatest regular season quarterback of all time belongs to Peyton Manning. You are a legacy player. You have to win championships. Let Pat Mahomes, let Jared Goff get these regular season awards. Your job right now is to humble yourself. Get your body right. Get your team right. Get everybody right, because y'all got one job to do. Your defense played a good game tonight. I was very surprised. I thought Dak Prescott played miraculous in the way, the energy that he was playing and the way he was running his offense, that he was going to put up some more points. But Drew Brees, Sean Payton, they kept y'all in the game. They only scored 13 points. Y'all been scoring 30 points a game. Y'all got 40 pieces, 50 pieces. Y'all telling me that y'all couldn't get 17? This is an indictment on you, and this is an indictment on number 9. Y'all have to fix it. Everybody have a bad day. But right now, homage is due. Homage is paid. And we're going to pay it to the Dallas Cowboys, because what they did tonight, DeMarcus Lawrence, you know my name is DeMarcus, and DeMarcus Lawrence said, we got a job to do, and we're going to punch him in the mouth, and we're going to go out there, and we're going to do what we say we going to do. And that's what he did tonight. The Saints, you got uppercutted tonight. How are you looking? How are you going to respond? We're going to find out on the next edition of Homie Speaks.